Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Convos and Cocktails. I am going to be joined here shortly with Nichelle Wilson of Happy Mama, Happy Minnie, and we're going to be chatting about our civic responsibility, giving back. Hello. Okay, it looks like she just joined in on the conversation. Nichelle, I'm going to be letting you in momentarily. I was just doing a little soft introduction of you. Nichelle and I are very good friends. We have known each other for, dare I say, 20 plus years? Not to give away my age or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and bring her in and we're going to start chatting. Let's see. There you are.
Their request, you should be popping up here any moment. While we wait on her to join us, let's see, it says, okay, gotcha. Let me try again. All right, so just an FYI, it says that Happy Mama is unable to join. Let me try again here. Let's do it this way and see if that works. How's everybody doing this evening? Shoot me an emoji and let me know what you're feeling like today. How's the day been going for you? It's been a rather long day for me, but I still got some energy left and I cannot wait to get into this conversation. So it looks like Nichelle might be joining us.
I hadn't seen you in a long time. Hey, I'm glad you're doing wonderful, sis. Hearts. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, okay. So it looks like we cannot get Happy Mama, Happy Minnie on. I am going to request her in a different way and see if we can get her on that way. Hello. So we're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I was trying not to use my phone.
Yeah.
But I can log on the computer, but you said you weren't able to send.
No, I don't think you can go live from a computer.
Oh, then that will be the problem. So
okay.
I'm gonna switch out of this.
Okay.
And go or maybe I don't have to. Hold on.
Hi, Ebony. How's it going? We got a few friends from Richmond jumping on, Nichelle.
Can you see me though?
I can see you, yeah.
Okay, well, we just have to do it this way.
Yeah, I see you perfect. You see me good?
Yeah, I do see you good. Do you see
perfect?
Spring spirit?
I sure do. Whoop, whoop.
Drink.
I got mine too. Listen, it's been so crazy. I haven't even poured mine up yet, so I will be doing that while we sit here. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, so I just started talking about you and our connection, how we go back, but really I would love it if you would go ahead and jump on for a moment, and while you do that, I'll be over here mixing.
if you would tell everybody about Happy Mama, Happy Mini.
Yes. So what I really wanted to do was do it from Happy Mama, Happy Mini, because that's where I shown it from. So if you don't mind, I'm going to get off of the computer one so that you can send me a request through Happy Mama, Happy Mini for this.
Okay.
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 So I just logged off the computer one, so I'm gonna hang this up and then
Okay.
I'm gonna log in from Happy Mama, Happy Mini. Let me see if that
We'll
works.
try it again. We'll try it. Let's do it. All right. We'll see you back in just a bit. All right. So we're going to try Nichelle again. I'm going to give her a couple minutes to kind of get everything situated. So how many philanthropists do we have out there? People like to give back, like to volunteer your time? All right. I see you in there. Well, I'm hoping it's a bunch of you because that's what we're going to be discussing today. And how it is our responsibility to do so. Hello! Yay! Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Just adjust your, there you go. Let me get you in view. Perfect. Perfect.
Can you still hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
I
great.
can. All right, so once again, everyone, let me welcome Nichelle Wilson of Happy Mama, Happy Mini. She's going to be telling us all about who she is, what she does, and her Happy Mini. Nichelle.
Yes. Okay. So I'll try to be brief and not really boring because that's why I have a whole website for those that are interested in the details of Happy Mama, Happy Mini. But it's a mental health awareness organization. And sometimes the name throws people off because it's Happy Mama, Happy Mini. And really, it's in order to have happy children, you yourself as a mother have to be happy. And if you're not, that's why we also, have village people. So that's aunts and uncles and husbands and fathers and cousins. So it's really the village surrounding mothers and children to be happy so that our children can grow and be strong. And a lot of times people talk about, oh, these kids are so spoiled, but I truly believe in children being spoiled by love. And unfortunately, love looks different for everybody. So that's why, some love are very toxic and unhealthy. And it's because generations been passed down that way. So we like to serve mothers and children in the community. And that's by providing support and education around mental health awareness. We like to be an advocate for change. To bring awareness to the adversities that mothers face on a daily basis. And again, not just mothers, but that people that help mothers and really what impacts the mental health of a parent and a child. Our purpose and our mission is offering a community-based environment for healthy, happy mamas so that, the mother can be strong mentally, spiritually, emotionally, even financially, to be able to raise a healthy and happy baby. And then we offer services as well. So we now, as of 2021, have an in-house licensed therapist. So that's pretty exciting. A licensed professional counselor is what she's entitled. We also have a partnership with the mental health organization, who's also like a life coach and a therapist as well. And so we have that. We also do consultations, and we have services to provide mediation for those families that just need to kind of step in and fill in the gap and kind of get them leveled or introduction to therapy. We have references for people that are going through domestic violence situations. So whether there's a shelter, whether there's an attorney that need to be reached, really it's endless. And one thing that I really would like to mention that we do a lot of, unfortunately, I think a lot of times organizations like mine are like, oh, they help the poor or they help the needy, you know, but that's not what we do. We help every people that look like you and I, you know, people that work on Wall Street that all experience mental health issues, especially
Absolutely.
parenting. And also recognizing people for just doing the right thing. So a lot of things that we don't show because confidentiality is really huge when you're working with a mental health awareness organization. And we are 501c3 incorporated. But we do a lot of things behind the scenes, providing scholarships, providing financial assistance, providing emotional assistance, providing just a lot of different resources that some people may need that don't know what to ask for or how to ask for, because depending on the scenario, mental health can just strike you out of nowhere. So, and that's what we're here for. We're growing, you know, this will be to our second year, and we're growing. The awareness is getting out there. We love to do partnerships and podcasts. So thanks for having us be a part. But really, we just want to show the community that there are really amazing people out here that want to help. And there are also people out here that really would love to receive the help that's not quote unquote looking for a handout, but just an appreciation for just being a good human.
Sure. Sure. That reminds me of, oh my goodness, I can't remember. It's slipping my mind right now. The Humans of New York. Are you familiar with them? They I love to see what they are up to. They've always got something. I mean, it's just heartwarming, and it makes you feel like this incredible amount of euphoria. And it puts you in the mood to want to get involved and absolutely get out there and do something. So, Nichelle, with that being said, I would love to ask you, where did this come from? How did you come up with the concept of Happy Mama, Happy Minnie?
So I came up with the concept. Actually, my daughter, her name is Hannah Marie. She's the inspiration behind it. So the H and the M, it kind of fell into line with Happy Mama and Happy Minnie because she makes me a very happy mama. And I would always call her my Minnie, and I'm like, oh my God, Happy Mama, Happy Minnie. So it's kind of sort of coincidence, but I feel like by God's design that it's the H and the M. And my daughter and I had experienced a traumatic divorce scenario between my ex-husband and I. And although she was young, it was something that had happened in her life that I wouldn't have never assumed that could or would have happened to a child of mine. And going through that process where I myself was diagnosed with some mental health problems that I endured about 3 to 4 years ago, opened my eyes to all of this stuff that I'm now able to open up the doors and eyes to other people that I did not know this world. I just saw things on Lifetime movies and said, oh my God, they have really great writers. But in actuality, those true Thursdays are really true stories.
Yeah.
And so it was really from a personal experience, and I wanted to think of what would be a way to make some positivity out of it, to turn an awful story of my own to help others, you know, grow through a situation, get through a situation, heal. You know, I feel this is very healing for me. My daughter get really involved in giving back to the community, and she gets excited when we do different things for kids, like we adopt schools, and we just do a lot of different things within the community, different projects. She wants to help and be a part of it. So not only am I helping adults through her interactions and the things that she's involved in through the organization, it's also connecting parents with their children.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That's wonderful. So tell me a little bit more about how active a role Hannah Marie takes in the business, if you will.
Well, so Hannah Marie, she just turned 5. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And whatever event, for an example, we just recently put together some nice bags for the Rainbow House of Atlanta, which is in Jonesboro. So she came up with the items that she felt that every kid needs. And the Rainbow House is a home for teenagers. However, teenagers are still kids, and they're just basic needs that children need. So I asked her, like, what are the things that we do every day that's important for you as a child? And she was like, well, we got to brush our teeth. So we have to have toothbrushes and toothpaste. So, we came up with this list of the necessities that people need. And those are the things that went with me. We ordered it online. When the boxes arrived, we counted out how many children are at the center, at the shelter, and she physically helped put everything together. And that's pretty much how she does with every event that we do. She is very hands-on. She tells people about it. About a year ago, before COVID, so not this past, but the year before that, I'm an alumni of Clarkland University, HBCU.
Hey, let's talk about it.
Went to an entrepreneurial night at Clark Atlanta, and she met the business school president. And at 3 years old, she told this man she had a business, and it was Happy Mama, Happy Minnie. She's the Happy Minnie, and she helps people. So
I love it.
And that was at 3.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel good that she's proud of what we're doing, and
The work we're doing.
And I didn't have to coach her. She's just like, oh, we have business.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what it is, because you sowed a seed within her. So she can't help but to know it. It is a part of her. You are a part of her. Hence your Happy Mama, Happy Minnie relationship.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier, Nichelle, about some of the services that you all are expanding. You mentioned, I didn't catch the second one, but you're a licensed counselor that you have on board now. Can you tell us a little bit about their role and what they're doing to help, and how maybe you, I don't know if that's a confidentiality thing there, but is that something that you assist her with, or him, or is that something that they do on their own?
Okay, so there's two different therapists. So the first one, which is part of our board, our executive team, and her name is Doris Brackwright. She's an LPC. So she's a licensed professional counselor. So those people that come to me, because I did not major in this. This has just become a passion of mine, of helping others. And for me to be healthy and well, to help other people, I have to make sure that they get the right that they need. I'm not a licensed counselor, so I can't, give them the type of advice that they would need from a professional counselor. So that's her role. And that will be, if someone comes to me, I would recommend them, depending on the situation, to her. If they do not have insurance, that is something, that we discuss with that person to work out, depending on the situation, to work out different sessions that will be comped through Happy Mama, Happy Minnie. If it's something that they want to go in deeper with, then they will go through her private practice,
Okay.
out. And then in addition to that, which we also have on our website, we have Soul Centered Therapy, and her name is Nakomi Higgins. And her initials is LMFT. So all these new initials and stuff is like new to me.
Yeah.
New to this world. But these people are these women are very powerful and in a position, she's a soul powered coach. So as she gives information through her organization and her business, she shares it with us because it specifically aligns with mental health. And with that, we're able to share and again continue our quest on sharing the knowledge of mental health awareness. She too has her own she's actually getting ready to release a book, so that's also on my pages. So I'm really excited that she was willing to partner with us. But this particular person has been on TV and really done the work and have the studies behind her belt as it relates to what she has to offer with like psychotherapy type of stuff.
Wonderful. I think I may have seen her jump on the call as well. Is it Nakomi?
Yes, it's Nakomi Higgins. Is she here?
Okay, I think so. Nakomi, if you're here, that is an amazing service that you offer. And please, by all means, drop your website in the comment section If anybody is looking to follow up or to connect, they absolutely can. Hi, there she is.
Hi, Nicole, put your website on. You guys can also get this information from my website, but since she joined, hi, Nicole, you can add.
Yes.
Yeah, she is our go-to person for our mental health awareness and, to feed our community that information.
Okay. Wow, that is so cool. So tell me more. You mentioned, and you don't have to go in deep with your personal story, and this isn't just related to Happy Mama, Happy Minnie, but I want to know, Michelle, what does giving back mean to you? Have you always had the heart to give, to do things? Now, I know, Michelle, you two are a lady of distinction. Michelle is also a sorority girl like me. And typically, there's something that is just within us. And I asked before you were able to get on, I asked, how many philanthropists do we have out there? How many people have that heart to give? So I want you to talk a little bit about that and what it does to you, for you, and how it could help anybody, and why is it so important for us to do it?
To be honest, and I think I may have shared this before, and Carmi, I don't even know if you know this. So being a military brat, we traveled a lot, growing up. And my father retired in Augusta, Georgia, which is where I finished high school. And while we were there,
Hey.
he did a lot of work within the community, whether it was a track team, whether it was helping with football, baseball at our high schools, our middle schools. My father did a lot, and my mom was like his right-hand woman through all of that. And so I think it was that I was just brought up into. And I remember your year, my father and I both won the Mayor Community Service Award in Augusta. And I don't think the mayor knew that we were daughter and dad until after. So it was kind of like a coincidence. So, I was just always really involved. But, for me, I just think it just makes me feel so good. So good inside. And it's not like, I don't know. I just think it's bigger for me to give than probably the person receiving, and that's not just giving to people that don't have. That's giving to people that do have. I'm like, oh wow, I found something that you don't have. Here, take this. Like that's just how I was raised, and I see my daughter doing the same thing. We have play dates, and the people that come to her house that has everything, it may be the one thing, and they're like, oh, Hannah Marie, I don't have one of these. She's like, well, I have plenty. You can have one. Every time someone comes to the house, she has to like just give a toy away of like a parting gift, like thanks for coming to see me or something like that. Listening to my parents always tell me the story, and I was the only child for 8 years, but my mom would say at a young age, I would just give everything away. She was like, I would just give my toys away, give my snacks away, and if I had nothing, I didn't care. So, for me, I just think it's natural. And when I went through my situation that I had gone through, it was just natural for me to say, how can I use what I've learned, use this pain to give back into the community so I can help someone else avoid some of the hurdles that I had to experience and endure, during that time frame. But I do think that giving is contagious. I think, you find a really good network of people that are like you, like, like-minded.
Like-minded, right.
And it builds social bonds, especially now during like a pandemic. Some people that are not socially connected, they're depressed more than usual. They feel isolated more than usual. So it kind of just connects you in ways that you really, and it's a connection that you can have once. You don't even have to have it again with that person. You can never see that person again, but it leaves you with this feeling that like when
euphoric.
Yeah. But I think it's very impactful, and just being able to respond to people that are in need. whether it's big or small, it just does something for your self-confidence. And I think just kind of take the focus off of you sometimes and place it on someone else.
Okay.
So that,
Wonderful.
it just means everything. Like it really means everything to me. Like, and I didn't really realize that until over the past 2 years. One of my best friends are like, you only really get so excited when you're talking about Happy Mama, Happy Minnie. I'm like,
And listen, it's that passion that's within you that just shines so bright, and it attracts people to you. And I think it makes them want to do as well, whether they were or were not. Just when you have that feeling and you feel that somebody else is doing something, and you see how it makes them, you see the smile that it puts on their face, you see the warmth behind it. It is very contagious.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about some of the things that Happy Mama, Happy Minnie has been doing, during this season of COVID, and how you all have been able to assist those in need.
Okay, so during this season of COVID, like starting obviously last year, we were giving and have given and still continue to give our heroes gifts of appreciation, taking masks to people that may not have them, at different centers, different places, around town, less unfortunate areas also. Um, we supplied children with back to school supplies,
Mhm.
and a shelter with back to school supplies. Um, sorry, I had to take my phone. Like, stop it. Let's see what else we've done. Golly, we've done so much. We've also recently, so again, a lot of people lost people in 2020 due to COVID, and so what we actually started this month. Each month we're going to start off with 5. It's our blanket, our sympathy blanket project, and people that may have lost a parent, a child, a pet, gone through a divorce, things that are life changing that pretty much impact your mental health. We've got in contact with those people and sent them things on the behalf of Happy Minnie to let them know that they're not alone, because
Yeah.
in situations you can kind of go deep. People that lost their jobs, just really trying to keep people encouraged,
Mm-hmm.
sharing different ways of how to stay busy at home, how to do things at home with your children, safe play dates, helping them. Like, we also have a financial advisor that's part of our board,
Mm-hmm.
him to share and tip stuff with people as well that maybe have lost a job or haven't lost a job, but still need to make sure that they're monitoring their funds appropriately through this pandemic. So
Mm-hmm.
a wide range, Carmelita, because again, we want to try our best to touch everybody. So our staff is pretty much diverse. Whatever ideas like Homie may bring to us that she sees in her field,
Mm-hmm.
we take that information. We recently shared a post regarding your vision for.
Michelle, I'm sorry, real quick. You seem to be going in and out a little bit. I don't know if you might be, I don't know, maybe you're moving back away from the camera.
Can you hear me now? Better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll hold it. So we recently posted something that actually Nakomi Higgins had given us as it relates to the new year. So again, we're just trying to really stay pretty much involved with as many different departments that we can, where we see an opportunity to touch a life and to make a difference. We really like to be impactful at one place versus being all over. So we will
Sure.
attack the project to make sure we leave a lasting mark on that particular project or person's life. So people, again, that is without, we've been supporting behind closed doors. People that have been helping other people, we've been giving them like, hey, we recognize you for doing this for the community, because
Mhm.
everyday people need to be recognized as well, because, it's hard for everybody.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. You mentioned, just being at home. I would love to hear some of those tips because I have two little boys over here that are 5 and 8, and they always talking about how bored they are. So I would love to hear about some of those things to keep those minis happy.
Well,
What can we do at home?
it depends again on the type of child that you have. So let's just say you have boys and one of their activities may have been football. So finding a way to play football in the house, but
Mhm.
but utilizing it with counting or whatever the case may be, and then rewarding them with baking cookies together or something like that. So just really being creative. Like one of our really great supporters, who's actually our event planner for Happy Mama Happy Minnie, she has two girls that are heavy into gymnastics. Well, gymnastics isn't, open right now due to COVID. So buying them a huge mat and pouring into them and then saying, hey, we got YouTube, YouTube as a parent, as what a coach is supposed to do, and pretend to be their coach. Make them a medal, like
Yes.
just so many. And I have a daughter that absolutely loves artwork.
Mhm.
So me sitting there designing baby dolls, clothes is like super fun to her.
It's everything.
And these children are so smart. If you say, hey, what do you want me to do with you today? They're going to
Mhm.
tell us. And we because all they want is our time. They just want the time. They want us to listen in the time. And to be honest with you, I have a technically savvy child. She and I would lay in the bed. A movie will watch us, and she will be on kids YouTube, and I will be on my phone. And that's quality time for us, believe it or not. So you just got, depending on your child, you just have to be creative. But
Sure.
popcorn bracelets. I mean, I could go on for days. So
What's that? Cheryl says, yes, incorporating activities that children enjoy and creativity is key. Yes, I would have to agree.
during this pandemic, I feel like I've learned more about my child than I had before.
Yeah.
Like I'm a way better mother to her now because I'm like, I felt like I was forced to intimately really get to know her. Especially last year when there was no in-person school for us.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow. So when we pay more attention to our children and we see the little things that make them happy, again, that in return makes us happy too. But we also can't forget to what makes us happy. And if it is one of Carmelita inspiring spirits, you know, for us.
I see you. Look, let's take a break for a second because I don't want you to finish your drink. What are you drinking, Michelle? Tell us what you did with it.
Well, this is the pomegranate passion made by you. And I just followed the directions, to be honest. I added a lot of ice and
Yeah.
I
Got
added,
some vodka?
yes, I think I added 3 ounces and then 2 ounces of vodka and I stirred well. However, I did not garnish with the lemon twist, but I
Okay.
added like some Mike's Hard lemonade.
Huh. Okay.
Heard
So
of
you
that?
got your lemony flavor in there. I love the twist. I love it. I love it. Well, I tell you what, I made mine tonight without the alcohol. So I wouldn't say necessarily that I'm dry January, but I am doing this thing called the Heat Challenge. For any of y'all that know about that, with let's see, DP. Whew, it's grueling. It's a little workout challenge. It's a 6-week workout challenge.
Well,
So I'm dialing back on keto, on the alcohol. So I just put me some tonic water in mine, and I'm enjoying it just the same.
Army, good for you because I'm on day 3 or 4 with this burn boot camp that my sister signed me up for. I I need this drink. I can't feel anything. I'm like, I haven't never done a boot camp. And cheerleading, you do boot camps. I'm like, what is happening to my body?
Honey, you probably sore in places that you didn't know existed, right?
Listen, I don't know if this is quite good for my mental health or yet or not, but I'll let you know.
Yes, get back to me on that. And on that note, I'm gonna ask you to raise your glass.
Oh,
and cheers.
Clark Atlanta University. I'm always representing Clark Atlanta University.
Oh, well, cheers to that. Cheers to HBCU girls. I went to Hampton University. Gotta love it. Where are all my HBCU folks out there? Oh, yes. I think they're out there. We love y'all. So tell me, or rather tell everybody, for those people who might be interested in getting a foundation started, what are the steps? How do they begin?
Well, I think it begins here. And when I say here, I mean it begins in your heart. Unfortunately, because of how the world is that we live in, people are getting foundations, I personally believe, for some of the wrong reasons. So it's something you definitely have to be passionate about. You have to know what you want to do, and you have to know what your purpose is. And you may not have all the right words for it, because it was an idea for a long time until I actually had the courage to put it on paper and get the right partners involved to make it actually happen. And actually, for my nonprofit, I pride myself in going to others that know more than me that can help me. And so
you got to have those people in your circle. It's imperative. And it's the way that we learn.
Yes. One of my board members, Tanisha Phillips, she actually has had her own nonprofit for over 10 years. And she helped me put a lot of my ideas together. And we partnered with my financial advisor for the nonprofit. He later became the financial advisor for the nonprofit, and did all the paperwork, the backhanded stuff that needed to be done. But in terms of like the foundational piece, it has to just come from here. It has to come from here. It has to be, if you see it's a need, then there's a need. And it's not for everyone else's vision to see, but your own, and those that you will be of a service to. And for me, if I help one person a month, that's huge for me. Fortunately, I've been able to help others, because it's like a rush. It's a high. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, and you got to chase the next one. Yes.
What can I do to put a smile on that kind of person's face? Or, so it's something that you really have to want to do. And, it's not easy. It's really not easy, especially because we're human, and me mentioning the situation that I have gone through. I was diagnosed with PTSD. So there are some days where I still suffer, but having the foundation, I will tell you, is just healing in itself. And it helps me push through, because there's someone else out there that's not able to push through. So I'm able to push through for a reason. I feel like it's the people that I help as the reason as to why I'm pushing through. And you just have to have solid people on your team. And I will say, I have solid people on my team. I have amazing volunteers. I have amazing, donors. I have amazing people that just see the vision and they want to help, and they see the need. And that's what keep me going and keep me inspired. I can just call up someone that's not on the board and be like, hey, I got this idea. They're like, let's run it. Let's do it. So volunteers, dedicated volunteers, that just want to help. So I think that's truly something that you have to think about. I'm a old school planner, so I have a passion planner, and I write everything out every day, every month, all my goals, and it's like a checklist for me. So I will recommend that when it comes to a foundation, because you do have to have your ducks in a row, and things have to be in order, especially if you want it to be a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Okay. All right. So for all of you viewers, I hope that you are listening and taking your notes. I know we've got some passionate people out there, and Michelle, I know that you are speaking to someone in this group today.
I hope so.
So I'm going to circle back again and talk a little bit more about COVID and the many problems and that people have seen as it relates to their mental health. And what can you tell us? What can Happy Mama, Happy Minnie do? Or are there any specific tips that you would recommend to help overcome a state of mental depression that we can easily fall into during this time?
Yeah, so there's a few things. I definitely think, the pandemic / COVID-19, the mental health struggles, ways to overcome it is to obviously show yourself grace. We don't have enough of it for ourselves, and we don't give enough of it to other people. Have that compassion that we want others to have for us, have for them as well. Teamwork, if you live in a household with a husband or with children or with sisters, run it as teamwork and not like dictators.
Yeah.
Because we all have different things, and even our children, the rate for children committing suicide has gone up. Not everyone is happy at home with their parents. So kids wish they can go to school.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And not be surrounded by not being uplifted. So just remembering those key words, but the kids need 10 times more. And if we're not getting it, get it elsewhere. So whether it's relax, take a bath, rest, whatever, relaxes your mind, take a 10-minute meditation, and there's so many people on Instagram and Facebook that are meditating or doing yoga that you could just join in. And I also think if you're not following people that are influential that can keep you happy, change the people that you're following on Instagram and Facebook and all that, what you're interacting, because that sets your moods.
Yeah, it sets the tone.
So
and as much time as I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, as much time as we spend on our phones, there's way too much negativity out there, but just as much negativity there are also people who have positive mindsets and attitudes. Seek them out, find them, join some groups.
Yeah, so small group is something that works for me. Although we're not physically able to go into church, I have a small group with people that I pray with. So that's important too. It doesn't have to be like a structured small group. It can be you and a group of girlfriends, like, hey y'all, and how we've done it, we've switched it up. 1 week, for a whole week, we pray for one person with all these things that's on their list. So every day, my phone just went off. It's a reminder at 7:00 every day, we do a community prayer for these specific things. And then throughout the week, we're getting updates and stuff like that as well. And it rotates within your group. Bible studies for those that, do believe in the Lord, that helps. Reading books to your children. Let me tell y'all, children books hits home in a way that I wouldn't have never imagined. I'm like, wow, my mama read this book when I was a kid. It means so much more as an adult than it did when I was a kid.
It does. It's like reading in between the lines. And but also what can and is surprising is that, hey, the kids deal with a lot of issues, unfortunately, that adults deal with. Now, their minds don't understand it the way an adult mind would, but that's where we come in at. It's our responsibility to break it down for those babies.
Yeah, it
Help
is.
them understand.
But with that, we have to handle our emotions. I'm a very emotional person. And so for me, I have to make sure that my emotions are intact because my daughter is always watching. I move, she smell it. Like, oh, you just God. So watching our emotions, I think through this for yourself as well as your children would be very helpful. And also, here she goes. You hear me? Get out of here. Oh, no. Get out. No. You hear her laughing?
Yeah, I just
Uh,
tell her to say, hey, show everybody the other half of Happy Mama, Happy Annie.
come here. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, Anna.
How old are you now?
5.
You just had a birthday?
Good girl.
Yes. Awesome. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Good to see you, pretty girl.
Love you. All right. Bye. Get out. Go close my you. But just listening to your body, although my body is telling me to stop going to this boot camp, the Lord is telling me to keep on pushing.
Push, girl. Push. Listen, that physical activity, I'm sure you haven't seen it in a long time, but it's doing your body some good.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure I'm leaving out a lot of things that other people have done and that can do through this pandemic. But I really think energy and synergy is huge at a time like this. And that's something that I realized and noticed as I was going through my transition into a different lifestyle. And that's just something that I always tell people that reach out to me on behalf of my nonprofit. Your energy and your synergy is huge. It will tell you when something, your children will tell you when something is not right. Listen to them.
They know.
They know.
They know. Day in and day out. Well, do you have any advice to give to the viewers? And this is, I always ask my guests this.
Okay.
Again, we're still in pandemic mode. If you want to get out there and push for something, I'm asking this as an entrepreneur, asking you this as an entrepreneur. If it's something that you want, if it's a goal of yours, is now the right time to do it?
You're asking me, is now the right time to do it?
Yeah.
I think it's always the right time to do what your heart to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you first have to believe in yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust your gut. And you have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't, then no one else is going to. So pandemic or not a pandemic, now is the right time to do anything for yourself that makes you happy, that you see benefit in, and that will serve a greater purpose than you. So that would be my advice. I mean, I don't think you should wait, and sometimes come to you. Like I didn't want to be an entrepreneur. Like I did not. I never did. I loved corporate America. And I'm even, entertaining the idea of getting back into it because it was something that I was great at. But I think I needed to do this to see that I can do both. God forced this upon me to make this decision so that I can see how happy and fulfilled I am. And to tell it wasn't you. This is something you do want. Because sometimes we talk ourselves out of so much. And, and have those people around you that's going to push you. Not yes people. Not people that be like, yeah, you can walk on ice and not be cold. Not those kind of people.
The ones who going to say, when your ass fall down, what are you going to do to get back up? How are you going to get up?
You need people that hold you accountable. Like if people listen to my friendships with people, they'll be like, do y'all really love each other? Like, yes, we love each other so much. So, you know what I mean? Like it ain't always gonna be peachy. Even my family, the roses are a trip. But we're gonna hear it here first before anywhere else.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, Michelle, I want to thank you for joining us and dropping all these jewels of information upon our ears. And I hope that it has been taken not lightly, because it is a serious matter. You know, mental health.
You're trying to shout out for the AKAs. Let me find out.
Hello. Don't. Indeed, it is.
But no, on that note, you are right. Mental health awareness is a serious matter. I give you that. It really is. And it's not nothing to be taken lightly. And it comes in different forms. Like, I could be laughing and joking with you right now, but know that there's still things, that we are going through,
Yeah.
And not what helps me the most, therapy. And I cannot get off this call without saying my therapists have saved my life, have helped me redefine who I am, my faith, and knowing that I'm not crazy. Like, therapy is amazing. And I feel like if you think you need it, you need it. If you're thinking about it, go. It's worth it. But it's a good therapist. Not all therapy, it's a relationship. You have to find that one that works for you, that can hold you accountable and make you comfortable at the same time, because you have to grow, in any scenario, any relationship, friendship, even as a parent. If my daughter stretches me daily to grow, daily, you hear me? To grow.
She ain't gonna give up. She ain't gonna give up on you. You don't give up on her. Well, please tell us your website. Where can we go to find you? How can we connect with you on other platforms? Give us all this information. I was supposed to figure out how to pin to Instagram, and I still don't know how to do it. So you'll have to forgive me for that. I'm sorry.
You said pin it?
Yeah, I don't know how to pin.
Okay. Well, happymamahappymini.org. And the website has everything. It has the Facebook, it has the Instagram, it has a number to reach me, an email to reach me. And again, we're open to partnerships, sponsorships. We also have a blog that we allow that would like to write and release their emotions and feelings about different topics. We're kind of like a one-stop shop in a healthy way. Everything relates to mental health, and we have the best partnerships ever with people that really take this seriously. And I also see anything y'all want. We like, if taking trips make you happy, we even have our own takeoff with Key, like traveling. Like, we got it all.
Yes.
We can make everybody figure out some way to find some happiness in their life, to bring happiness to children. Or if you don't have children, you're the happy mini. You still need to be happy because
you got to take care of yourself. Absolutely.
Yourself.
Yes. And I think I saw Mike 504 mention your new podcast.
Oh, I think he's trying to be, those one of those friends that be trying to push you.
Go, girl.
Now that's
didn't we just talk about that? We just talked about that. Hey, Creative Group, how's it going? Wonderful to see you.
But Carmelita, thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you supporting us. And in return, we'll always support you. And this is the movement that's never going to stop, never going to end. My dying days, I will figure out ways to give back to our community and make a difference. I think I'm raising a feminist. She is so happy about the vice president being. She loves women, So we're all about that.
Amen. Amen to that. What a wonderful way to end tonight. Yes, I love it. You are welcome. I thank you for joining us today. And who knows, maybe we can hop on a call again in the future and talk some more.
Yes.
We both can talk and we both love it. So why not, right?
Yes, why not?
And on that note, I'm going to thank you all for joining us this evening. Michelle, again, thank you so much for coming on tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you, and I look forward to seeing you somewhere out there in the streets.
Yes, safely. With a mask on.
Hey, Sheikah. That's right. Do not forget your mask.
Girl. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you all.
Bye. Thank y'all.